Hello and welcome to LowerBitrate Podcast episode number 21. Today is April 15th, formerly known as Tax Day.
Oh yeah.
What a wild time.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome from the new dystopian, apocalypse. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thanks to all the essential employees keeping society up. Consensual kisses on the cheek. Don't want to get in trouble.
Ugh, no one go near anyone.
Okay, air kisses, but with a mask on.
Yeah. Don't be anything that directs your breath and thus water droplets towards any other human, please.
Seen some wild shit on the mask front. Like, I called this a couple weeks ago. People are gonna make like designer masks.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, today it was announced in New York City specifically that it's almost a law. Like, there's no way you're gonna be not around people here. So, they're like, yeah, you have to wear a mask. I'm like, just say you have to wear a mask at all times. Don't give me the illusion of free will.
What day did that go into effect?
Today,
yeah, it went into effect yesterday here, and we've been extended. In Austin / the county I live in, the government extended the shelter in place, the SIP, until May 8th at this point. So I'm just hardest part for me is getting back to the doctor to be able to get the pain management I need. So that's the biggest thing. Just crossing my fingers, taking it day by day.
yeah, same thing with my mom, and I'm trying to get health insurance. So, yeah, that's gonna be difficult getting into an actual doctor. It may happen soon though. So,
yeah, keep your heads up, everybody, but also stay away from everyone else.
yeah. So, I didn't do much this week.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't really watched anything. I haven't done anything of note. I do have some projects in the works though.
Okay.
Room 3.0 will be a thing.
Okay. You got to do before and after pics if you can.
Yes, I just need to clean up. So I didn't really do anything, but I could like summarize the vibe of my week in just one short statement. You ready?
Ready. Earbud warning.
How was your week?
It was all right. The week is just kind of blending into one long day because I only know what day of the week it is because of Animal Crossing. I pick it up every day to check into my, ABD, which is the ATM in game to get your Nook miles, to get the materials I need, do the fishing. Yeah, I got a lot of chores. I love it.
It's like soft core, like MMO grinding almost with the Animal Crossing. It's pretty cool.
I love it. I visited 2 of my friends that, haven't been able to, we check in every once in a while, get dinner together when they come in town. And so it's been nice to drop into their islands and say, hey, what's up? So it's a little piece of happiness there.
How was that tip I gave about the fruits?
The fruits? Okay, yeah. I made like $88,000 or bells. It would have been, so the tip with the fruits is every island has a native fruit. And then what you should do, I didn't know what to do with all my cherries and I was just hoarding them. I thought I would just send them to friends in the mail. But if you load up your inventory with your native fruit and then go to a friend's island and sell it, as long as they don't have the same native fruit as you make a lot more money. Like the difference was 14,000 on my island for the cherries in my pocket. And then I went to somebody else and sold it for 88,000 bells. Yep. I was like, I hear people complaining about the stock market, which is like trading turnips, but like buying low and then selling high, literally. But I'm not there yet, so it's just fun to harvest all my fruit and take a little plane ride.
Yeah, that's a solid tip. Easy money.
Yeah, the game is full of little discoveries like that, or things you need to learn from other players. I like it. I mean, hopefully you don't go too long without knowing those really just grind saving tips, like just the amount of bells you can make if you do things just a little bit different, and like having to learn how to, there's genetics in the game. You can create hybrids by crossbreeding flowers on your land, but there's like a way to grow them I didn't know. And even with the trees too, I was like, why aren't my trees growing? Turns out I hadn't planted them correctly, like with the correct amount of space and in the correct part of the island based on what kind of tree it was. So there's a complexity to the game with crossbreeding and like taking care of your plants. But then also there's the stupidity of, I finally now have 2 rooms on my house. I've made 2 I've been cleared of debt twice, and thus my house got an extension. One of my rooms is just full of squid. Like, it's just a squid room. That's it. So there's just stupid stuff like that. Like, I just every day I like catch a squid and then put it with my other preciouses.
Almost like a room full of skulls, but just squid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now that I think about it, I used to do that in Skyrim too. There's a lot of RPG elements to the game, and just like Skyrim, like just kind of senseless achievements. Like every dungeon I would clear, I'd bring back all the gems I found and then just scatter them all over my home floor in one room. And then I had like a room full of dwarven like relics too. It's just reflective of how many hours or how many days you've been grinding at the game. Stupid.
So, question: could you play Animal Crossing long term, like a year from now?
I don't know. I mean, some days I play it more than others, like a lot more than others. I don't know. As long as I don't burn out on it. When I start to get a little weary, then the very next day there'll be like a fishing tournament, or like all of a sudden it's Sakura season, like cherry blossom season, or oh, find all these goddamn eggs this psychopath bunny hid. Just a lot of, they're so good with the events. It really keeps me interested.
Yeah, I like the way they implemented them too. You actually need a patch, I believe, to actually have the event be available. But you can roll back your console after the patch has been installed, like say like a month later, and go back to the event if you want to. So you can't fast forward to like a Halloween or something like that. You could only backtrack after Halloween has happened, for an example.
Okay. So if you like miss a holiday event, or like, yeah, who knows? I bet that wouldn't work on, say, the fishing tournament, because that's a multiplayer activity, or it can be.
It might be. You never know. The way Nintendo games work with the manipulation of the date and time, it's always been fucky. It was like that for the amiibos in Breath of the Wild, abused as hell in Pokemon, and now Animal Crossing.
So what's your favorite element of the game, or like favorite daily thing to do in the game?
I don't know. I like the like repetitive tasks of like a MMO type game or whatever. So I would say like shaking the trees.
And did the thing I told you about, you shake them 3 times, did that work for you?
I usually just shake them like 8 times. I think the most I've gotten is like 6 branches.
Oh, I thought it was just 3. Wow. Okay.
3 is the safe number. Any past 3, you're playing with fire.
Yeah. So how many times have you gotten stung? Because those goddamn wasps are awful.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, I carry medicine, but I just don't use it.
I try to
walk
run
around,
but it never works.
Sometimes I get away. Like if I can run into a building. Yeah, by the way, hold B to run, peeps. I didn't know that until almost 40 hours in. So I've been booking it all over the place. It's so nice.
Yeah, the game
Something
doesn't
else.
teach you anything, which is
No.
kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it's tough, which gives it more of a community aspect. I haven't reached the part yet. There's this thing you can get this console to do community submitted or custom designs for clothes, wallpaper, rugs, flags, like anywhere you can put some sort of textile or print, like even, yeah, just you can pave your whole island with these custom designs. And so I've been waiting to get that. I have like codes saved, ready to go, things I've seen online, like even like artists I like online have created things. So
Yeah,
can't wait to add those.
yeah, that's
My
another dope aspect of the game.
yeah, another thing where you can just that you can be so creative in the game. So that's why I think it's so life-saving is it really triggers your right brain and yeah, helps relieve stress. My favorite thing is fishing. It's tricky, but I enjoy it.
I do like games that allow you to fish, but I've been spoiled by Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley's fishing is pretty solid.
Mm. What's the weirdest fish you've caught in Animal Crossing?
I don't
Or like
know.
rarest?
I've seen them online, but I haven't really fished.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some of the rare ones. I went to one friend's island. It was raining, and I haven't been able to duplicate that climate because when it rains, rare fish come out. But I had to leave the island because they had to log off. So I was like, I wanted to fish all over the place, but didn't work out. One more thing is that I finally had new residents come. Like I added 3 houses, which took some work. You had to build a lot. And luck, I don't know, just by weird coincidence. So I started with a kangaroo, which is cool. It has a little baby in its pocket, which is it's kind of weird. It's like 2-headed kangaroo. But I like the kangaroo. It's named Sylvia. And then the first resident to come was named Ozzy, and he's a cute little gray koala. He's super cute. He just runs around my island like really happily. And then a second koala showed up named Sydney, and I think it's purple. Not as cute as Ozzy, but I have this little like land down under happening.
You're just missing like a tarantula to come up and just post up.
I'm trying to think of what other, like maybe a platypus, something just weird that would go with my random theme.
So how many residents do you have? 4? 5?
Right now, but I'm about to get a 5th. They're going to move in tomorrow.
Nice.
I don't know. I can't remember who it is. We'll find out soon. Yeah, that's a lot about Animal Crossing. Obsessed, still enjoying it. I have at least 40 hours. And if you want to be Switch friends, let me know. I need more Switch friends. I'll come run around your island and try to be well behaved and not steal any of your flowers or anything.
Try to be. So I only played 2 games. You could probably guess what the first one was. Let's not go there. The second one, I got a Valorant code.
Mm-hmm.
Big Pog, right? I'm not too big into the CS:GO scene or whatever, but the game is fun. It gives me that like grassroots feeling about like Overwatch or something like that. It's the game is definitely like CS:GO or like Counter-Strike, like Source or something like that, mixed with abilities. Interesting to play.
Do you like the abilities? I mean, that's crucial.
Yeah, I mean, like you have like some controllers that like can pull up walls or like trip mines that show where you are. You have this one girl named Blaze, which people are fucking bitching about.
Unbalanced, perhaps.
Yeah, she does too much damage. Way too much damage. Um, there's a couple of skill characters. There's a poison girl that's pretty good. There's one healer, I believe. which a healer in a CS:GO game kind of seems weird.
Mm-hmm.
But the maps are cool. I mean, the first game that I played, I pretty much got the gist of it. It's very like CS:GO centric, like a mid, like a long or a short. Um, I wouldn't consider myself a like CS:GO like aficionado. Like I never really cared for the game. I've played it before, but I never really got that itch that like Overwatch or something like that gave me. But it's fun. I mean, getting a beta code right now is essentially like getting the full game. They're selling microtransactions in there already.
Already? Oh.
Already, yeah. So
Hmm.
I assume that like this beta is gonna run until um the game fully releases on their launcher. Uh, so I guess it's like just to generate hype or whatever and scale up their servers. But a lot of big streamers are playing. A lot of big streamers are into it.
Are they being paid?
I don't want to
They have
call
to be
anyone
because
out, but
there's drops, right?
there's drops, but the drops are for just the game itself.
Hmm.
I think they're being paid in clout. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like we're not going to give you any money, but we'll let you play the hypest game that people are excited for first.
All right.
But they did. If you want to play the game, if you do get the game, I think Valorant drops are for every streamer now instead of just the top echelon of them. I think it's a little bit easier to get drops or whatever. All I did was just watch Twitch, put everything on 160p, and muted the site from Chrome, so I didn't have to hear 80 people fucking talk at once. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just like any other like competitive game. Easy to run.
Mm-hmm.
You can run that shit on a toaster. But I don't know. I don't think I have that competitive drive to
Yeah.
actually play. Like, you have to snort some Adderall before you start playing.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
How long did you play? Do you know?
Maybe like a solid 5 hours, which is kind of a lot for a game like that. They're pretty lengthy, like the matches, but it's fun. I mean, I did enjoy myself. Sometimes some things were a little bullshit, but I enjoyed myself. I got shit on for most of it, but it's all good.
Were you playing alone?
Yeah, nobody I know that I talk to on a daily basis has the game.
The healer does sound interesting. Yeah, I should try to tune into a stream of it, but I'm just
she's
oh.
I think she looks Asian, but she has like long hair and like a dress or something. She's literally like the Oriental version of Mercy, but she's not your traditional healer. Her ultimate can revive someone, and then she has like an ability that can heal someone to full. I've seen it go from like 20 to full. I was like, okay. And then she has a slowing field, like an ice field that slows people. So she's kind of offensive and kind of like defensive at the same time, or like a utility thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a thought, but it fucking escaped me. Yeah, she's the only healer though. Everybody else is kind of like there's like a Hanzo ripoff in there. Like an Ash character. You know who Ash is, right?
Yeah, she has Bob.
No. From what's that game? Siege.
Oh, I think you meant from Overwatch.
It's from Siege. She's kind of like a rush character, like someone who's like really fast, has like explosives.
Yeah.
That's Blaze. People are fucking pissed about her. That Salt. Oof. I was watching a streamer last night. Not gonna call them out. They were fucking salty. I'm talking. If I licked them, I would have to go take a cholesterol pill or some shit like that. Cause mountain of salt. Morton Salt Factory.
You see this game becoming esports?
Oh yeah, this game. Give it like a year and a half. Give it a year so all the teams can put up some money and get some players and people can be good. There's definitely going to be like an Overwatch League type thing, LCS type thing for this. They're going to push it. I think they're even going to do something like kind of how Overwatch has it, which is like a path to pro type thing, where they have like a G League, which is like, or like a minor league, I guess, if uh that's what Overwatch does with the Contenders League. But yeah, perfect time because everybody's home right now.
Mm-hmm.
People are, fucking snorting their Adderall and going hard. Like in like a year, you'll see a whole bunch of tournaments. Or
You'll see a whole bunch of what?
tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely it's gonna take some time, but it'll get there.
This game seems like it's still riding the hype wave.
Oh yeah, it's still at like, I think I've seen it at 1 million people.
Wow.
Right now it's at 904K on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. Twitch has been popping. Lots of viewers.
Oh,
Lots
I
more
remember
hours
what I was
watched.
gonna say. It's interesting because the abilities don't run on cooldowns. You have to buy it with
With what?
money, your in-game economy. So you ever play CS:GO?
No.
Quick thing. Everybody starts with a pistol in the first round. And you can buy better guns later, but it revolves around like you win, you get a certain amount of money. You lose, you get a certain amount of money. So there's like an economy type thing tied to it, which is buying the some abilities is like some of them are really fucking good. Some of them are just like whatever.
Does it unlock it like in a skill tree, or you have to buy it every round?
You have to buy it every round.
Huh.
I believe. Yeah, I think so. I think that gives a little bit of I think they're too cheap. To be honest with you, one of them is 100, the other one is 200.
Is it effective enough to provide variance? Because it seems like that's what they're trying to achieve with it.
Yeah, yeah. There's only a few guns though.
Oh.
Yeah, people are sleeping on that Guardian, that M14 like one shot thing. That thing fucking shreds. All right. Anyway, enough about Valorant. You can get a code, try it out. I think it's okay. What do you want to talk about next? You want to talk about the console stuff?
Yeah.
Let's get the easy one out the way. The Xbox One X has a permanent price drop now to $299, which means that their new Xbox is looking expensive.
You think people are buying Xboxes right now?
By and large, no. But maybe. Who knows? Maybe there's somebody that still has an Xbox 360 might buy it at $299.
Maybe they went with like PS4 and now I don't know.
Xbox One X is a little bit better than the PS4, but they're not really like leveraging any, frame rate improvements or anything like that. It's usually just resolution, but nobody gives a fuck about resolution. Yeah, I thought that was interesting to say. The PS5 controller got released, and people were mad.
Little DualShock monochromatic controller. I read the marketing, like the whole like press release. And I was like, yeah, it's a controller.
People are saying that like it's ripping off the Xbox One controller, but
which is a fine controller.
I mean, how many ways can you make a controller?
Exactly.
Unless you like have a GameCube controller, but nobody really. It's essentially the same thing. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, how many ways are they making controllers nowadays? I know there's big accessibility, I don't know, progression, like people that perhaps are amputees or disabled in some way. But I mean, what is like most of the public using as far as a controller?
Yeah, most of the public's gonna be fine with whatever they release. I think people just want to be butthurt. That's pretty much the internet. But accessibility wise, Microsoft makes a great controller. It's like that little box thing. You ever seen it?
I saw a video on it. Made me cry.
Yeah.
I was like, gamers. I was like, this is what I love about games. It's very accessible. It can be.
Yes. I wish Nintendo made one though.
I hope so. I was gonna bring that up, that like the most unique variants of say what modern controllers look like is like the Switch controller, and what Nintendo's made in the past, and then the Steam controller is odd because there's no thumbsticks.
That got discontinued recently.
All right, well,
Like for reals, gone. Uh, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. The memes were funny for this controller. I think they said it looks like Eevee from fucking Wally. Uh, yeah, and then one more big console news is The Last of Us 2 got delayed.
yeah.
Like big delayed. Next year delayed.
I think this is the first of many. Like everything is just taking longer because the way that industries run has been dramatically changed. It's been moved to remote very quickly.
Yeah.
So I feel like production on everything is just slower.
It's easy to forget that like how video games are made, it's kind of like in a collaborative like effort or whatever, and a lot of like riffing that happens behind the scenes through the developers is kind of like someone walking by and seeing you do some cool shit on your desk, and they get inspired, and you guys start talking, and then you guys ramp up the ideas that way. At least from what I've seen. The biggest thing, like Path of Exile, them working from home, that game has had some fucking problems.
Yeah.
Big, like graphical glitches, server issues. I mean, yesterday the game was skipping, and I thought it was my computer. I was about to throw this fucking heavy ass 50-pound thing out the fucking window, but no, it was the game. It wasn't my computer. So yeah, a lot of delays are about to happen. But I think this delay was not that. I think this game is mostly finished. Because it was supposed to come out in like 2 months, right, or something like that. I think they're trying to push this for the PS5. I think the last thing is like some touch-up delays, like better frame rates or like 4K or something like that, 4K at 90 hertz or something.
Yeah.
For the PS5. What do you think?
I don't know. I agree that video games are like highly collaborative and creative. It's like another, entertainment industry, like how movies are made or TV shows are made. I think of it in the same way. There's like high production and directing and editing. So yeah, I don't know how that happens if there's no face to face. Everyone's working remote. Seems like it'd be easier than say making a movie, right?
Yeah, definitely. There's some stuff we could talk about on the movie front as well. Like we're probably not getting The Witcher this year. It's probably going to be pushed to spring 2021. Maybe.
Yeah.
Effectively, 2020 is canceled. We're just, waiting it out on the calendar days. But yeah, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. You found a link about E3 stuff, right?
Yeah, I did. Last episode, I was like, I'm wondering what's happening with E3. Now, not a whole lot, but some things like I think the companies most of note. I mean, because I'm a Bethesda fan, who knows what's coming with that? Maybe they'll say something about Elder Scrolls 6, as we say every year. And then Devolver will be there, Nintendo, Microsoft, but only streaming on Mixler, of course. And finally, Ubisoft, because they have 5 AAA titles coming out next year. Who knows if those will be delayed? But one of them is The Division Quarantine. I was like, LOL.
Division Quarantine. I think it's Rainbow Six.
Oh, my bad.
That is kind of like a zombie game, I guess. I don't know. I'm looking at it now. So, the 3 of them that they know of: Watch Dogs Legion, Rainbow Six Quarantine, and Gods and Monsters. I have never seen that name ever. Strange.
Well, look out. Ubisoft is about to drop some big ones, but who knows? Seems like the stream will be worth watching if they have so many large titles to chat about.
Yeah, I mean, do you think we'll see Elder Scrolls 6?
Todd, you know, just keeps saying be patient. So no, I don't think so. Didn't last E3 they were like, we're working on it,
I think
but
they
they had
showed
nothing.
something.
They just had like one like PowerPoint slide, and it was just it just said like Elder Scrolls 6. It was funny.
I mean, yeah, Fallout 76 just came out on Steam like yesterday or 2 days ago. And they came out with something called Wastelanders. Me personally, Bethesda's lost a lot of goodwill on my part.
With that Fallout 76 release.
That game was fucking trash. It took me 2 hours to finish that one fucking quest where you have to kill that dude in that one bunker. Because everybody kept killing him. And I couldn't reset the instance.
Yeah.
One dude was literally trolling me, going back into the thing, killing him before I fucking got back in, and then I would have to do it all over again. Fuck that game.
Seems like Fallout 76 would have functioned better with like Animal Crossing style, where you could invite friends into your shared space, into your world, like, and have like a best friend system, how much they were allowed to manipulate the same scenario you're in, instead of just like a free-for-all MMO. Because yeah, it was a freaking mess. Like, it was fun to explore, but everything else got in the way. Yeah, not great.
Fallout 76 could eat ass.
I don't know how people are still playing that game. I guess if you have like a good bud in the game and you two play together, but I really wanted to explore that map, but just could not. It was just I'd have to keep returning to like sell things and do my inventory, and yeah, the events would run constantly but not be the right one that you needed to like complete a quest. Yeah, I had problems with that game. There were things I really liked, but then things that made me drop it and walk away.
Yeah, I mean, booting up Fallout 76 amongst my friends has become a meme. If you boot it up on Steam, you will get bombarded with messages berating you.
It's funny. You'll get shamed.
Yeah. Last week, Final Fantasy VII Remake came out.
Yeah.
Big hype. I was gonna originally shit on this, but I was a little misinformed. Okay. Apparently, if you pay $60, you have to wait for the episodes to come out, right?
Oh.
Kind of like a Telltale type thing. I could still kind of shit on them, but whatever. I'm not mad about it because I thought you had to pay for each, so I thought this was gonna be like $150 game.
Yeah, like a Destiny thing. Yeah.
But apparently, that's not the case. The episodes were released when they're ready. But it looks good. Looks real good. You're not gonna play this, right?
No. No. I've seen like clips of streams of it, and it's so dialogue heavy. I have no idea what's going on because I've only played Final Fantasy 14, the online version, and then I saw like one Final Fantasy movie when I was much younger. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
Even if it comes out on PC?
Yeah, no. No, I'll stick to like, I'm excited to play like Fall Guys and shit, like stupid games like that.
Yeah, I've never played a Final Fantasy, and I don't plan on. Womp.
Yeah, no one send us hate mail, but it's just meh.
You can send me hate mail. I don't mind. Just make sure you're an attractive female that's single and emotionally available. Next, Minecraft Dungeons. Not much to say. It's a normie ARPG in Minecraft stuff.
Yeah.
Visuals. I've seen RPG players or ARPG players play it, but I think they're just trying it out because they've played other games before. Like there was, I don't want to name drop them, but there was a ARPG that people were hyping up. I bought it and immediately returned that shit. I was like, this is trash. This is so garbage.
I don't play like JRPGs or like my RPG experience is like Skyrim and Breath of the Wild type things.
Some ARPGs are like fucking jobs. You have to like hunker down and play them.
Some people like that.
Yeah, I do. I definitely like set a weekend to decide when a new league comes out, but I'm not gonna play the next couple leagues of Path of Exile. I need a break. Maybe Valorant in that time. Maybe I'll grow gray hair. Who knows? All right, I think that's enough on games, right? I think we did.
Yeah, that was quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Westworld. Did you catch up?
I did. Yeah, I've seen all the episodes. I like it.
The last episode that came out.
Yeah.
Was regarded as a 10. Do you like share that sentiment?
I liked episode 4 the best. But yeah, I liked episode 5 too. I want to watch it again because I was kind of tired when I was watching it. But yeah, I think it's good. I think I like that the story is moving. I like the characters a lot. Yeah, let's go. I like Jesse Pinkman a lot. I was kind of worried about him that he would just be like Jesse Pinkman in Westworld. Like, yeah, science, bitch. You know, like magnets, just saying like, because, you know, he's not very like book smart in Breaking Bad. Then yeah, I like.
So what's the vibe? Is it season 1 vibes?
It is hard to watch Devs and Westworld because themes overlap. Like, what is reality? The same. I don't want to spoil anything from Devs, but if you know Westworld, the theme has been like we live patterns. Like we are predictable. We're not as like same thing as in Devs where they're like everything is cause and effect. Everything's predetermined. Nothing happens by accident. And that theme overrides in the Westworld, but it's more like because humans can be predicted like an algorithm and they have machines that do that. Just like how they control the robots. They're like humans are the same way. They call it loops. They're on loops and they never break free.
They're like switching the narrative. I like it.
Yeah, so that's why I like season 3's. It has Westworld themes, but yeah, man, it's hard not to spoil it. They're in a different place than they've been the first 2 seasons, so I like it.
Yeah, we can talk about it once it like fully airs. That's kind of like an Ozark thing, but with spoilers, I think.
Yeah.
Next
I think
up,
people wait to binge it too. So
I think that's what I'm waiting for. I'm a horrible human and can't fucking find the link because I refuse to give HBO my money.
Yeah.
Killing Eve.
Yeah. Did you watch season 3? The first episode came out.
I'm still slogging through it. I have a couple of other shows that I'm trying to get through as well. You ever seen that show called Money Heist?
Yeah, it's in Spanish, right?
Yeah, it's in Spanish. There's like 4 seasons, technically 3 if you want to get like stickler with it, but
it's good.
I think it's good. It's like bank heists, and they have like a whole bunch of like drama and relationships, and the main guy's really fucking smart. But then shit hits the fan, and then later in the seasons it hits the fan even more. So like it's like thinly sliced shit everywhere. Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to slog through that. But I did see some of Killing Eve. First impressions is I like it.
Yeah.
I was a little iffy on the main like good guy at first.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, do I really like her? Like a few episodes in, she like kind of won me over a little bit. But I really like the villain. The villain is perfect. I don't know if it's a fetish or something, but I like her.
There are fetishes in the show. Yeah, she's a freak and a psychopath. So yeah, things get real weird.
Sounds like an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil what happens, but she visits the red light district and things get that was probably my favorite episode. Because it was so flamboyant. Season 2. I think it was episode 5.
Putting it on my calendar.
She goes to Amsterdam. Yeah, it's good. Because, the whole show, she's like bouncing all around the world, taking jobs, killing people. So my favorite one was that one.
What is the vibe of season 3?
Humor. Very funny. And they've introduced new characters. So story's moving. It picks up a little bit. I don't know how much time has gone by. I'll have to watch it again, but we're definitely starting months after what happened in season 2. So we get a little update and then here we go.
Nice.
Watch Killing Eve. It's good. It's a BBC show. I watch it on Hulu.
Yes. Hulu has been killing it. I did watch, me and my mom watched the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a fucking cute movie.
It's really good. Like, if you like Into the Spider-Verse, then you'll definitely like Detective Pikachu.
I
love it.
I was like a little weary about Bradley Cooper.
No, it's Ryan. It's an. Right. I'm sorry.
Is it Ryan Reynolds? Is it Bradley Cooper? Am I fucked up? I'm fucked up. They look the same.
I'm pretty sure it's the Green Lantern guy voicing Pika Pika.
Pika Pika.
I only saw it once.
Yeah. It might be Ryan Reynolds. I think so.
I believe I went to freaking Alamo Drafthouse by myself, which I've done a few times. Like, I like going there, but just going to see it, that's how much I was motivated. Like when I wanted to see Wonder Woman, I was like, here I go.
Yeah, I do like the main character. He was in the Get Down, that show that got canceled on fucking Netflix, which is kind of like a New York nostalgia type film or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
From show. It's about hip hop. Check it out if you like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this movie was good. I mean, it was short but sweet. I was into like how they made the character, like the Pokemons.
Yeah,
like how
me
they
too.
look visually.
I thought it was gonna be like an acid dream, but it was fine.
Yeah, it was funny. It had me chuckling a few times.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a movie I wouldn't mind if I had a kid and they wanted to see it. Yeah, check it out. It's on Hulu. I don't know if it's still on Hulu by the time you see this, but it's on Hulu for free. You can watch.
So what do you think people could who don't like Pokemon, like, did your mom like it? Would people be into it?
She was into it.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I've been trying to get, because you can do screen sharing or all sorts of things. So it's been like trying to get friends who I know are nerdy that haven't seen it to watch it. Like, it's good.
Yeah, she was.
It's not for children only.
Yeah, there's some adult themes in here.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed that. I forced her to go through every Marvel movie in chronological order as it happens in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Bawling, crying by the end. But why? I was like, this had to happen.
So my nephew is a big Marvel fan because, obviously his mom, like, someone has to teach him about it. So his mom's teaching him about it. And I think there's like a Marvel's kids show he watches on Netflix. But he has an Iron Man doll and I don't know why. He just loves Iron Man. He's Team Iron Man. And he carries him around and he calls him his son. And then my mom saw Endgame. So his grandma then came back and recapped it for some reason right in front of him and told him he heard that Iron Man dies. And it was worse than finding out Santa is fake.
Oh, shit.
Because he was walking around going, he's dead. He's dead. He did not take it well. I was like, you need to have a chat with him. Like, he's grieving. He loved Iron Man. This movie affected adults, like, poor little guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know you're like not super into the whole like MCU thing, but I've seen all the movies. Like with a group of friends too. Like 2 other people. We've seen all of them together. And then like that last Endgame, we saw Infinity War and we were like blown away. I thought Infinity War was a little bit better than Endgame, but Endgame kind of like was like fan service and like kind of wrapped it all up. It felt like a chapter closing of my life. Like, hey,
Yeah.
here's fucking adulthood. Good luck, you know?
The closest thing I have as far as movie genre is I would say wrapping up Harry Potter. I really liked Harry Potter a lot. I
Yeah.
still do. So
I've seen all the Harry Potter movies in the theaters as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't really like super into it, like kind of like how my brother is. My brother's a big Harry Potter fan. I have a whole bunch of
Yeah.
magnets in my fucking like fridge or whatever that he's like, "What's your house?" I'm like, "Okay, Ravenclaw." What? And he gave me a whole bunch of like Harry Potter memorabilia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so different people feel different things for different franchises or whatever, but the Marvel universe, so that was it for me. I feel like we won't get, well, at least I won't get something that satisfying, like wrapped up that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority about that, but I felt that way with Batman too. The trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It was only 3, but yeah, those were highly anticipated. I went and saw all 3 in the theater.
Yeah. What was your favorite one out of the 3?
Dark Knight.
100%.
Yeah. Like, fight me on that one, please. You know.
Oh, I'll
my
debate you
God.
to the end of time if you think that any of the other ones. Someone tried to tell me that Batman Begins is better than The Dark Knight. I was like, whoa.
I like other Batmans. Don't get me wrong. I love the weird Tim Burton one. You know, just because it's so campy and horrible. I've just always been a Batman fan because I used to watch a lot of the animated series. Even, you know what? Now that you mention it, I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of TV, but when I was like 5 or 6, the Adam West Batman was on TV, and I would watch that. But I was only allowed to watch one episode a day. But man, I love that show. You know, for a little kid, it works. It's simple and it's wholesome. The bad guys, justice is won. The good guys win. So
Classic
always like
TV. We
Batman.
should have a classic TV episode.
Sure.
I could talk shit about the honeymooners all day. I like it. I'm not talking shit, but I'm talking like, but I do like it. We got one more show before Devs, right? This is something that you wanted to talk about.
I've been watching Outlander. It's good on Netflix. If you like, it's based on a book, so it's a bit narration heavy. Like it's done in a different way than The Witcher. They obviously had less of a budget. But I like it. There's time travel and fantasy themes, but it's also historical. They're in medieval Scotland, like they actually like tell the true story of a certain rebellion, what goes on there between the Brits and the Scottish. So yeah, it's interesting.
Have you finished it, or are you like working your way through?
No, slowly going through it.
Yeah, that's how I feel with most shows. Some shows I could binge, but some I just like to slow burn.
So something I'm going to spring on you before we spoil Devs is I saw today there's a Tiger King reunion on Netflix. Will you watch it?
All right, we might have to talk about Tiger King for 5 minutes. Yes, I will watch it only because it's gonna be fucking memes. Is Carol Baskin on it?
Yes, I believe so. Like she's not present, but they like say a statement. I haven't seen it yet. I just read about it. So no Joe Exotic. Obviously he's in prison. But it seems like it's mostly the past employees, like none of the main players, but just, really like the victims, the bystanders, the witnesses and all the madness that were just caught up in it. This was their job to like keep them literally off the streets. Because he would house them and feed them and stuff in exchange for work. So like, where are you supposed to go? You can't, that's your income.
Yeah,
So, hearing their perspective.
I think the show was filmed quite a long time ago. One of the characters in there, I think, I forget his name. James? No. John?
Is he one of the husbands?
Yes.
Yeah, John. I forgot his name too.
Yeah, he has meth teeth in the show.
Yeah.
But he basically had to come out on social media and was like, "Hey, I'm not poster child for meth teeth anymore. Look at these fucking pearly whites. I'm married and no longer gay.
Yeah.
Hello." Um, so yeah, I think it was filmed a little bit ago. I'll watch it, but I mean, to be honest with you, fuck that show.
Yeah.
That show it glorifies a lot of aspects of that industry and people that I really don't like. So
It's highly exploitative in many ways.
yeah. Oh, and interesting. Someone posted a picture of. You're familiar with the pop icon Britney Spears, right?
Yes, I am.
You know that Doc Antle was the one that brought out the tiger for her
Mm.
in her green performance or whatever. I mean, obviously he looks a little less creepy. But yeah.
He
And
said that though. It seems like once you're like the guy to bring animals, you're like in as the guy in like all entertainment industry. He said like his elephant has been used in movies and lots of things.
here's the kicker. There's a picture of Britney Spears sitting down with no other than Carol Baskin. Way back in the day, like 20 years ago.
Whoa.
Yes. Young Carol Baskin. Young, thin Carol Baskin.
Huh.
Interesting. Food for thought.
Or not. Just
Yeah,
don't chew on that.
I'll
Spit
watch it
that out.
eventually when I feel like hating myself a little bit more. Like instead of
Right.
eating like a whole tub of ice cream, I'll watch that shit. So all right, I think that's it for TV, right? Gonna get into the spoilers.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been episode 21. We're going to spoil the show Devs, which is on Hulu. If you're not watching it, please go ahead, and tune out. We recommend you watch it. So thanks for listening.
Just watch it.
It's good.
Okay, so episode 7. Fuck. Weird. It was weird when it started, right? Did you get like weird vibes when they were trying to like act normal? I was like, okay, you motherfuckers are schizophrenic.
There's no these Kate and Forrest are like behaving like gods because they get up in the morning. I don't know if you caught this, but she says, I think she says good morning, and he says, I know. Like what a weird thing to say. Like he knows what the day is going to be. So he doesn't even greet her like a normal human because they've seen the entire day play out already many times. They've watched it on their machine. So the whole thing is bizarre.
Yeah, it's very meta. Like it's like there was a couple of other things too. She was leaving. He's like, "Don't forget, Lyndon's in your back seat."
Yeah, he's
She's
like, don't forget
"Oh
the
yeah,
Lyndon thing. Yeah.
yeah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." I'm like, "Okay." Like it's weird. It's really fucking weird. And then on the contrast, you had where we left off last week, where Jamie, what's her name again? Fuck.
Lily.
Lily. I was gonna say Lynn. Lily and Jamie. Do they bang? Who knows? But they wake up next to each other and they're like, yeah, let's just act like nothing's happening. They want something to happen. We're just gonna stay home. And I thought it was kind of funny that he was like talking about. Well, they were talking about walking the cat, or whatever, the dishwasher. I was like, yeah, you have a dishwasher in San Francisco? You're fucking lying.
LOL. Well, that apartment is huge.
Yeah, but
for San Francisco, that thing probably costs like $10,000.
Yeah, so the two couples, I guess, are having way different mornings. Two
One of them accepting, it seems like, how bizarre things are, and then the other, Lily and Jamie, really in denial.
Yeah.
Like living in another world, trying to, which, of course, predictably gets Jamie killed, and Lily narrowly escapes.
Barely. Two big reasons.
Yeah.
Kenton comes in fucking guns blazing, which was weird. I want to talk. I had this thought. The cinematography in this show is on point because the shot before Kenton goes into the building, like from the bottom for some reason. You see the homeless guy playing with like birds or something, or feeding birds.
Yes, I remember that shot. If you're not paying attention, you will miss Kenton entering the building. Like you're like, oh, look at this homeless guy feeding pigeons, and then you see him enter.
That was on purpose.
The moment that Kenton enters the frame, the birds fly away. But he's far enough that there's no way he startled the birds, but it's like this omen.
Yeah. There's a lot of like visualizations from the cinematography that are like, they're subtle, but they're on point.
Yeah.
Like later in the show, there's another one that they do as well. So yeah.
Well, you remember when his name's Stuart, I think, was reciting poetry in like the entrance to Devs? It looked like he's between two eyes just reciting this poem. There's a lot of shots that they take their time with. They're really pretty and beautiful.
Yeah, I love when directors write and direct and do the whole season. I know it's hard on them and they get success and they can't do it anymore, but it happened with True Detective season 1. But yeah, I love when they have like a fucking vision and it's consistent throughout the entire season versus like all the styles.
It's like Breaking Bad, where there's one showrunner. Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, Kenton comes in, guns blazing, shoots fucking Jamie in the back and then the head. And then we get a callback to that note that says "fuck you" on there.
Kenton sees but what's weird is it was facing inside. Right. Do you remember she put it in the window to tell the Russians like, fuck you, I'm not going to work with you. But then when Kenton sees it, it's inside. Now I'm like, was that just for the shot, or on her way out did she like get some Scotch tape and re-stick it on the inside? Like, that was a weird moment.
That's a Scotch tape plot hole right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sees it and he gets fucking whacked with something. Wasn't it like a lamp or something?
A lamp, yeah, but of course, like, that didn't slow him down. It seems like that should crack his head.
Yeah. Apparently Kenton is fucking lightweight champion of the UFC because that motherfucker could take a fucking hit. He's a submission champion, and nothing is different here.
His skull is made of adamantium.
Yeah, he was he beating the shit out of her? I don't think so, right? He was choking her.
Strangling her.
He was choking her.
Again with the asphyxiation. Yeah.
And then we get the big reveal.
Surprise! Which you probably had a feeling. I like that they let you suspect.
But I didn't suspect that though.
I thought something was up with him from the beginning. This like jolly, congenial homeless man.
Homeless dude starts fucking, Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes on him.
He had what is that called? Like a throat wire. Like an awful way to off somebody. Just shows up. You think Lily's about to die. Then all of a sudden, someone's speaking Russian and choking out Kenton. And it's the homeless man. He's like a totally different person.
Yes. And then he starts counting in Russian, which I was like, that got an audible like reaction from me. I was like, what the fuck?
It made me think of Cool Runnings when they're like, 1, 2, 3. Like, they're counting in, I don't know, German, I guess. So they, it just reminded me of that for some reason. Like, here we go. We're just counting down.
Yeah. And I thought the scene was good where he looks at it. He's unfazed by all the blood on his fucking hands from moving Jamie into the bedroom so that she doesn't see 2 dead bodies. And then he basically gives her the birds and the bees. He's like, these are 2 dead Americans. Those don't disappear. I'm basically a Russian agent. They're going to deny it. So you need to flee. Or you can stay and face the consequences.
He was like, go to Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, with her mom.
Because there's no extradition. And then just like, go now. Get the fuck out. And And what does she do?
The smart thing, she goes to devs.
The brilliant thing where they told her that's what she would do. Here she goes. She goes marching in.
Yeah, we have to backtrack though. Amy seemingly knows the Lyndon's in the car.
No, Katie.
Katie? Her name's not Amy?
No.
Oh, whatever. Katie.
Or Kate. I don't remember.
Lyndon's in the car. They go to a bridge. I think this whole...
At Lyndon's request, they
Right.
go to a dam, this giant dam. Why? Why did Lyndon want to go there?
I don't know. Coffee shop would have been better?
Right. Why can't... Or... Yeah, somewhere public. Anywhere.
The last thing I would want to do is go to a fucking dam with someone that knows the entire future. I'm good.
An abandoned dam. Like, there's no one around for...
And...
a lot of miles.
You're a risk because you know too much.
They already told you they would literally kill you if you contacted anyone from the company. And here you are contacting multiple people. And what's crazy too is Lyndon knows they can see everything. So they know everything he's been doing, which is, we're going to kill you if you do the things you've been doing.
Yeah, that brings up some paradox shit. Because if you know they can see what you're going to do, why would you do it anyway? Ugh, I don't know. That fucking hurts my brain. Mm-hmm. But I think this whole scene was bullshit and conjecture. I think he was supposed to die. Just die. I don't think there was any other possibility. I think it was 100% that Lyndon was supposed to jump off and fall. Or stand there and fall. Do you think that way too? I didn't see any projections or whatever that they did that weird stuff.
Yeah, there was no universe where Lyndon survives.
Right. So Katie was feeding Lyndon bullshit the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And just wanted to, let him go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a meta thing, you know what I mean? Like firing somebody but let them go, they let themselves go. Weird shit.
Yeah, it's almost like brainwashing. The like circular logic Katie used, like climb over the railing. You're gonna die in some universes, but thus they cease to exist immediately, like in any scenario where you die, and then where you live will let you back into the devs team. Like, yes, Lyndon does not live.
Yeah. What are we up to? 3 deaths?
A lot of deaths, yeah. But this time Lyndon falls to his death. Yeah.
A lot of shit. So now we get to the point where Ron Swanson goes into the building.
Mm.
And then I tried looking up the poem or the passage that what's his face was saying.
Yeah. Did you find anything?
No. But he said what's the guy, Anton in Cleopatra or something like that?
Antony
in Cleopatra. Mm-hmm. Apparently Antony was responsible for overthrowing Caesar of Rome.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of that. I went to the Wikipedia page and started looking. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm not reading all this. I guess there was some type of meaning for it. I didn't catch it or whatever.
Well, I just found it. Okay, so Stuart is not quoting Shakespeare. Obviously, that was not Shakespeare. Like Katie was like, he's quoting Shakespeare, I think. No, it was not. Before I talk about the poem, why do you think that Forrest wouldn't guess?
He was quoting William Shakespeare.
No, it's Autobeyed by Philip Larkin. Katie was like, I think it was Shakespeare.
Antony and Cleopatra is a tragedy by William Shakespeare. The Tragedy of Antony and Cleopatra.
Oh. Weird. This is what, I don't know, IMDb says he's quoting.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they know something I don't.
Do you want me to read it? It's not that. It's
go
not
ahead.
that long. Yeah. So this is what IMDb says that Stuart's saying. This is a special way of being afraid. No tricked spells religion used to try. That vast, moth-eaten musical brocade created to pretend we never die. And spacious stuff that says no rational being can fear a thing it will not feel, not seeing that this is what we fear. No sight, no sound, no touch or taste or smell. Nothing to think with, nothing to love or link with. The anesthetic from which none come around.
Ooh.
The anesthetic of fear, and it takes away all your senses.
Well,
Takes
isn't
away
that
love.
isn't that like isn't he like trying to like smite him for creating the dev system? Because realistically, like if you knew everything and you can go back to the past, like wouldn't you be numb to everything?
I think so. Like he was. Like, remember, it was like, why was he slouched in that hallway the second time we see him?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like he was anesthetized.
Yeah, because if you knew everything and if you knew somebody was gonna die, like say 6 months from now, you would kind of just be meh about it. You wouldn't tell them because it wouldn't change anything,
Yeah.
right? According
Yep.
to what their logic is. I don't know. So maybe I read the wrong thing. That's very interesting. And then yeah. So Forrest is in the room. Katie comes in. They're watching some cave woman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He already knows her story.
Yeah, they're watching art, which I remember learning about in art history. It's like the earliest example of quote unquote art that we have, which is this cave painting.
Yeah, I don't know what's Forrest's deal. Like I thought it was the daughter thing, and I thought it was like the resurrection thing, but now he's like trying to like evolutionize humanity because they were there for 5,000 years and didn't really change much, and he wants to change people now or something, or whatever the fucking case is.
I don't know how relevant it is to the main theme of the show, but it was a really interesting point that I had never thought about. I love thinking about technology and like, I don't know how society progresses and theories and predictions about where it's going. But so that was a good point he made, that he's watched this for thousands of years and nothing changes over the course of 5,000 years, this one cave. And then nowadays, how fast things are going. So it was interesting.
Didn't he insinuate that like society or humanity as a whole is plateaued? Maybe that was just me.
Perhaps, but he was also stating there was a plateau in the past of 5,000 years.
Yeah, so I don't know what his deal is. And then
maybe
I think
so what we're reaching is something like the singularity. Like we're one day away from this event that Katie and Forrest have seen over and over again with their special prediction algorithm machine, but they can't see past it. So they don't know what is so significant on what happens in this day that's coming involving Lily. So like is it implying that we're about to hit another 5,000 year plateau because of the events that are about to occur? Like I don't understand the point of what they were showing us before we're nearing this whatever's going to happen.
Yeah, but isn't that some scary shit? That means that the quantum computer can't calculate what's going to happen because the variables will be too much to calculate.
Someone finally broke free of their predestined loop. Who knows?
Yeah. Very interesting. Because they've known this for quite a while, right? Like what's going to happen, but they can't see past it. So Lily has some key point into this. But her getting there was really fucking weird because security sees her and she doesn't have any like red flags on her. There's like facial recognition and shit like that. But she doesn't have dev clearance. But then they call and they're like, yeah, she's good to go. So Forrest already cleared her previously.
They're paving the way for this event to occur. So it is like they're interfering, right? Like that's what I don't understand is Forrest and Katie can interfere. There are no rules, and then there's these rules. It seems like they're pushing almost like entrapment, not just like some encouragement to this event. Like, wouldn't you want to be able to continue seeing the future? Why are they so eager for this to occur?
I don't know.
They might lose their power come tomorrow.
Yeah,
Why
because
are they nearing
episode
this?
1, you saw Forrest in the forest, ironically, with the lights, the halo lights, and they were around his head like he was God or he was an angel or something like that. Then we got the same shot, Lily in the forest on her way to the Dev's building with the same halo around her head. So like, what is this? Some kind of like Lucifer versus another angel or whatever type thing? And the quantum computer is God. There's some like weird shit going on that's not really explained. I'm fucking into it.
I'm almost surprised the Bible wasn't quoted because there's so many religious themes. I mean, and we keep seeing Jesus Christ. We could even debate that. Like, yeah. Weird.
Yeah, and then Stuart lets in Lily. That was a weird conversation. I thought that was very like cryptic and weird. He just, fucking fingers.
Hey, you obviously don't work here. All right, go on through. Like, he's not gonna stop her.
I don't think he gives a fuck at this point.
Yeah.
All right, go through. Boom. I figured if she got that far, that'd be fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing
but
we
that's
see.
Like Sergey too. Like, this is the route Sergey took. He marched into the Devs building and then marched out and died right outside.
Yeah, weren't they wearing almost the same thing, like color-wise, like color palette-wise? Like dark everything. And Lily has a gun, by the way.
Yeah, let her on through.
I don't think they know that she has a gun, but she does have a gun. Kenton's gun. And then that's it.
It'd be funny if she just gets in there and just like fires on the computer, like empties the clip. The end.
I'd be really surprised. Like,
yeah.
Okay. 2-minute episode. Boom boom. Yeah, she walks in Devs and that's it. We're left to wait till tomorrow to see what happens. I'm so excited to see this shit tomorrow.
Yeah, can't wait. Looking forward to it. The final showdown. Lily Chen has made it to Devs as it was foretold. So I think this is the last episode. I think there's only 8 this season.
Yeah. Only 8. And then we'll see what happens, to be honest. I don't really know, but I've enjoyed this show a lot. Thank you for suggesting it.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. I like the characters. Again, I love the technology and like really crazy theory they'll bring into it. It's not like I liked Fringe a lot too, but that was true fantasy and like, crazy sci-fi, like things that aren't relevant to today yet. But this is plausible to me. All the tech and the reality they're living in, it seems very current.
Yeah. The actress that plays Lily too, she's fantastic. She was from Crazy Rich Asians. Well, so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that show has.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
That show has. I mean, that movie has put a lot of people in the spotlight. Such a good thing to see.
People that are quote no names, Yeah. Well, anything to add to Devs episode 7?
Nope. You guys are still here. Thanks for watching. It's been an hour and 13 minutes. 14 minutes.
Our episodes are getting longer and longer, but yes, thank you for tuning in if you're still with us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, when our episode's 2 hours.
Stand by.
Bye.